Hello viewers and my dear students. Welcome to session 1 of problem 4 demo on CNC manual part programming for a turning profile using Denford Fanuc turning simulation software. These are all video tutorials on CNC manual part programming of different turning exercises involving grooving using Denford Fanuc turning simulation software. As I have told you, in this problem, this is session 1. In session 1, I'll tell you how exactly manual programming has to be done. The one different here is you have a grooving here. As you see here, one grooving is of 6 mm width, one grooving is of 10 mm width. Okay, this is the thing. And the other things are all simple. We'll do in the same way. We'll concentrate more on the grooving of 6 mm width and 10 mm width. This will concentrate. As you see here, this is G71, G70 multiple turning finishing cycle and all that you have to use, and you have to leave an allowance of 0.1 on both X and Z after rough turning, and depth of cut, take cut increment of 1 mm and all that they are given. It's a standard problem, and what we have already done, it's the same problem. Okay, we'll be doing again. Okay, now as you see here, first we'll concentrate on A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, and then we'll concentrate on grooving here and grooving here. Okay, now as you know, it is 50 here and this is totally 90. It comes from here to here, 20, 20, 20, then under 40, that is 10 plus, that is 12 plus 8, 20 plus 10, 30, 30 plus 20, 50, 70, 90 is the thing. Okay, now it is 50, 90. That means up till F you have to cut. Okay, now what I'll do is, you see here, in the planning and operation sheet, I've taken 50 into 110. Okay, 90 is the actually the profile you get 90, and the diameter is 50, that is 36 only you have to cut. I've taken 50. Okay, and 90 only is the actually profile up to F only, that is 90, but I have taken little more. Okay, 110 I have taken. Okay, I'm using three tools, T01, T02, T03. One is for rough turning, one is for finish turning, one is for grooving. Okay, feed, it is 50 mm per minute for roughing and 30 mm per minute for finishing and 15 mm for grooving. And these are all the speed. 1200 for rough turning, 2000 for finishing and 750 for grooving. Okay. Now as you see here, billet X50, Z110, these are all simple things. What we have been doing again and again. I just now told, looking at the drawing, you take little more. Okay, X50, Z110, 90 is already there. I've taken 110, 50 is the thing, 50 I've taken because what we are interested is only up to 36. G21, G98, that is initial setting. G28, U0, W0, going to home position and all that. Okay, first wherever is the tool, first it will go to the home position. From there it starts coming. Okay, now as you see here, yeah, M03, that is first, this is roughing tool, T0101. This is changing spindle speed. They are given 1200 is the spindle speed. You take 1200 only. Then G00, rapid traverse X52 Z2. That means from the home position, tool comes rapidly to 52 Z2. This is tool entry point X52 Z2. Okay, from this it will go along the profile. As you know here, we have to feed A, B, C, D, E, F in terms of X and Z. Okay, that is the programming technique. Okay, now I am telling you, see here, G71 rough turning, I am telling you, G71, U1, R1. That means depth of cut they have set, U1 you take, cut increment 1, that is U1 you take, radius 1 is, retract distance is 1. That means after every cut, it goes back to a distance of 1 mm and then comes here, again another 1 mm it will take and again it cuts in that way. U1 radius, retract distance, back distance going is 1. Then G71, P10, Q20, U.1, W.1. This they are given in the problem. That is allowance what is to be left on X and what is to be left on Z, both should be 0.1. U.1, W.1 you take, and they have said for rough turning, feed should be 50, you take feed 50. And this program, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, it should be between N10 and N20. Block numbers N10 and N20. That is, for the programming, you should write P10 and Q20. Okay, N10, G01, X0, you see here, going to A. G01, X18, Z minus 20, going to B. G01, X24, going to C. G01, Z minus 60, going to D. G01, X60, X36, okay, going to E. G01, at the N20, G01 Z minus 90 means going to F. These are all the things what you know, simply easily you draw. Then after doing this, it would have left an allowance of 0.1 on X and 0.1 on Z. That means this is actually not 24, it is 24.2. That is during finishing with the depth of 0.1, it will remove this. Okay, it become exactly 24. This also it will not be 20, it will be 19.9, and during finishing it becomes 20. Okay, these things I've already told you. Now the tool will go, roughing tool will go, and the tool finishing tool will come, tool 2, and the speed will be increased to 2000, and the tool will come rapidly to X42 Z2. See here, up to 36 it is already cut. X42 Z2 means you are in the safe position. From there, if you just write G70 P10 Q20 F30 means it's a finishing cycle. Between the block numbers N10 and N20, you do the finishing with a feed of 30. They are given feed is 30. You take feed 30 only. That means the allowance of 0.1 left on both X and Z will be removed during finishing. Just one line is enough. One line G70 P10 Q20 F30. This is the instruction what you give for the CNC machine to do the finishing. Okay, then automatically since you have left 0.1 and W.1, whatever allowance left on X, that is this, as I said, 24.2 it will be, that point with the depth of 0.1 automatically it will be, it right from here it starts cutting so that it will exactly match the design whatever they are given. That is 24.2 will become 24, this 19.9 will become 20. In that way it will be finished. Now it will go to the home position. That finishing tool also will go to the home position now, G28 U0 W0. Now you see here you are coming to very important stage what you have not done till now. Okay, M06 T03 selecting grooving tool, width of the tool is 3 mm and offset is 3 mm. And see here, this is the grooving tool. I have called grooving tool, and the speed is 750. That means this spindle speed is 750. They are given, you stick to that. 750 you write. G00X26Z minus 43 means first this groove has to be cut down. That is, this is already 24. Let us say 26. Let us say it is some 2 mm above. Let it be. And Z minus 43 means the tool width is 3 mm. Okay, that is 40 plus 3. That means right alignment. I'll just show you here. You see here, click carefully. You see here, it has come to Z minus 43 position. Can you understand? This is 40. This is 3 mm. 3 mm is the thing. That means it has to cut here, and also total width should be 6 mm. Okay, that is the thing what you have to do. Okay, now it has come to Z minus 43. It cuts here, then it moves axially this way so that the total width should be 6 mm. Okay, now you see here, X26 where Z minus 43 it comes. G75 R1 after every cutting here, that is, it is pick cutting actually, it cuts radially. Okay, after every cut it goes back by a distance of 1 mm. G75 is the grooving cycle. This is going back by 1 mm. Now G75 X16 is the final depth of cut what you want. Final depth of cut is 16 mm you want, you write X16. W minus 3 means now once it cuts, since the width of the cut is 3 mm, width of the cutter is 3 mm, okay, you give W minus 3. Did you follow? 3 mm already it would have cut, another 3 mm it has to do. Okay, if the width of the groove is 9 mm, I would have given W minus 6 here. Okay, had it been width is 12 mm here, I would have given W minus 9 here. Anyway, now it is 6 mm, 3 mm it anyway it cuts, another 3 mm it has to go, W minus 3 I'll give. P100 means always it cuts radially, no? Every time it cuts radially by 0.1 mm, goes back by 1 mm. 0.1 mm goes back by 1 mm. That means P100 means radial cutting, that is pick increment along x-axis, that is perpendicular to the this axis, no? Perpendicular to this axis along z-axis, it is 0.1 mm. Okay, 0.1 it cuts, goes back by 1 mm. 0.1 mm it cuts, it goes back. In that way, it does till it becomes X16. Okay, then Q1500, if you see Q1000 after cutting up to 16 mm, the tool moves axially by Q 1500 means 1500 microns it is. This is P100 means 100 microns means 0.1 it will be. Okay, every time it cuts radially by 0.1 goes back by 1 mm. In the same way, Q 1500 means it is 1.5 mm. That means after 3, it moves axially by 1.5. That means then again it cuts in the same way 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 in that way. 0.1 going back by 1 mm and all that. Totally now it is 3 plus 4.5 it has become. Then after that again it moves by another 1.5. The Q 1500 no 1500 it is 1.5. Then again it does in the same way, so that 3 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. In that way I'll get a groove of width 6 mm. Okay. Now once you do this, you see here, this has been done. P100, Q1500, feed is 15. Throughout feed will be 15 mm and all that. That is the thing. Now the tool, that is groove, has been cut to a width of 6 mm, and the final depth is that is X16. That is up to 16 it cuts. This I have told you. Once it has come, it goes to the home position. Okay. Now you see here, this I have told you, the previous one, that is coming Z minus 43 and all that. Now you see here, now it has to come to this position, this grooving. This is, as you see here, 3 mm means, it is 3 mm, it cuts means, it is actually W minus 7, because the depth of cut, that is width of cut, is 10 mm. That is why, now G00, X38, Z minus 75. You see here, fast it comes here, it is 36 here, 38, you see here, 20, 20, 40, this is 20, 60, 72, 72, plus 3, 75. You see here, if you see here, 75 it has come, Z minus 75. Can you understand? If you see this, Z minus 75 it has come. Z minus 75 it has come, then it cuts, start cutting. Every time it comes radially by 0.1 mm, goes back by 1 mm. 0.1 mm goes back by 1 mm. In that way, 3 mm it cuts. Sorry, up to from 36 to 30 it cuts. See here, this is coming to 38, X38, Z minus 75, this position. Okay, then G75 R1, G75, X30 is the final depth of cut, X30, W minus 7 means it is 3 mm is the thing, remaining is 7, that is why you write W minus 7. P100 means every time radially it cuts by 100 microns, that is 0.1 mm. 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Radially it cuts by 0.1, goes back by 1 mm. In that way, up till it becomes 30 it does. Once it becomes 30, the 3 mm width that is has been done. But I want 10. Then moves axially by 1.5. Okay, that means then another 1.5 it goes. Okay, it does in the same way. Now it becomes 4.5. Then another 1.5. 4.5 plus, that is 1.5, 6. Then another 1.5, 7.5. Another 1.5, 9. And finally you are left with 1. Automatically it moves by only 1 mm and cuts in the same way. In that way, this groove of 10 mm also is done this way. Please understand, this is the position. You see here, minus 75 it comes first rapidly. It is D00 X38 Z minus 75. It comes here rapidly. Okay, rapidly to this position, X36 Z minus 75. Then it starts cutting here. Every time radial cutting is 0.1 mm. P100 means 100 microns. It cuts. Okay, it goes on cutting till it becomes X30. That means the diameter should become 30. It should become 30. Okay. Afterwards, once it cuts 30, since W minus 7 is there, your total width of the cut is 10 mm. Then it moves axially by 1.5. That is, it moves axially by 1.5. Again cuts in the same way with a peck increment of 0.1 only. Then once it becomes X30, it again moves. That means 3 plus 1.5, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9 and finally 1 mm. In that way, the total depth of cut will be 10 mm. In that way, this cycle also I have explained. Then after cutting this, it goes to the home position. It stops the spindle M30. It comes back to the original position. Okay. Now we have come to the end of session 1 of problem 4. Thanks friends. Thank you very much for watching. Please go through